Silver Basketball. I'm Steve Martinelli, and a special treat tonight, 2-for-1 announcers. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Ethan Brunweiler, second time back.
Yes, and welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Little known piece of trivia, Ethan's dad and I went to middle school and high school together.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, small world.
Yes, it is small. That was just 100 years ago or so. Actually, that was close to 50 years ago now. Your dad's an old guy. Anyways, tonight.
Just turned 60 yesterday, actually.
Wow, man, he is an old guy. I still got a little ways to go yet. Tonight, the Silver Eagle girls take on the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Monona Grove trying to improve their seed for the playoffs. Monona girls 8-8 on the season. Fort Atkinson comes in looking for a first conference win, 0-9, 2-15 on the season. Ethan, in your opinion, you've seen a lot of the games. Who are you picking in this one?
I'm going MG.
Wise choice. Any particular reason? Any particular 6'2" reason?
McKenna Warnock. She's doing pretty well this year.
She's doing well every year. She became the girls' all-time leading scorer a couple games ago at Madison La Follette. It was an away game. I was hoping that would have been at home that she did that so they could stop the game and give her the ball, all that normal hoopla. But interestingly enough, she's about 147 points away from the all-time record, including the boys.
Oh, how many games are left?
Oh, you would ask me that. I'm not prepared. Let me see here. Half a dozen or so. More if they get into the playoffs. I think it's a foregone conclusion that she's going to set the record, if not towards the end of this year, early on into next year.
Yeah, and then if you look at the JV game that just happened.
Oh, yeah, the JV next year's, or JV's players coming up to varsity next year are going to be good. They're going to be loaded. They got a decent enough team this year. We talk a lot about McKenna Warnock. They got a lot of decent players besides her. Kaylee Kellogg, when she's healthy, has been averaging 8 points a game. Peyton Blang, Julia Bruns, Jenny Gorton. They got some nice shooters on this team. Of course, it does make it easier if you got the best player in the state.
And then Jenny Gorton, she's only a sophomore, so she's got 2 more years after this.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch her improve. Now, this is Teacher Appreciation Night tonight, Ethan, and I was hoping to have my favorite MG teacher out here. I'm not going to give away who she is because I want to have her on later this season. But tell me about one of your favorite teachers, or one who's inspired you in your short high school career.
He's actually the head coach of the boys or girls basketball team.
No way.
He sure is. Mr. Keel.
And what does he teach?
He teaches biology. I had him last year for both semesters. He was a fun teacher.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. Is there anything in particular that you can point to that you've learned from him, something specific? More of a life lesson, not specifically about biology.
Life lesson. Have a little fun while you're learning.
Hey, that's a good piece of advice. I can point back to a couple of my teachers that were pretty significant here at MG. One was Betty Rather, my freshman English teacher. She taught me to always be prepared, do your research, and be ready to go. And it's funny because some of the writing skills I learned from her I still use professionally. And then one of my others was Bill Eccles. He was an art teacher here. And he was an interesting guy, very quiet. He was also the wrestling coach. Your dad would know Bill Eccles.
Yeah.
But he was an art teacher, and everywhere he walked, he was always running his hand along the edge of things, feeling the textures, and that translated into his art. And then he was still teaching here when my kids started going to school here.
Wow.
In fact, my daughter was a student of his and just absolutely loved him. And then I helped him chaperone a trip to the Chicago Art Museum, or Art Institute. And we went down there on a bus full of high school kids, turned them loose in the Institute, and then I got to walk around all day with one of my favorite teachers while he talked art history with me. It was one of the best days of my life, especially seeing, as a couple years after that, he had an asthma attack and died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was far too young, but something I'll certainly remember was spending that day with him in Chicago.
Got to spend some good time.
So keep that in mind when you have a favorite teacher. It doesn't hurt to tell them that you appreciate them. And that's one of the things I like that they do here during the game is the teachers come out with their little T-shirts on with the player's name, and the players have the teacher's name on their back. That's pretty cool.
Mr. Keel actually pranked me my freshman year.
Did he really?
Yes, he put a fart box under my chair.
Oh, yeah?
And he had a little remote, so I still have to get him back yet.
Okay, well, now you've tipped him off that it's coming. He's going to be looking over his shoulder all the time. That's almost as good as pulling a prank. Oh, well, let's talk a little bit about the game.
Sounds great.
We mentioned McKenna Warnock. She leads the Silver Eagles in scoring 28 points a game. I was looking at her numbers. She's hitting almost 58% of her shots. 48 is really good. 48 would make her All-State. 58 is just crazy good. And her free throws, she's hitting 85% of her free throws.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many had she taken?
151. I gotta look. I might have the school record for free throw percentage here. Let me see. I got the girls' record book here, and it hasn't been updated for a couple of years, but it should be fairly accurate. They've had some decent players here over there. So here we go. Free throw percentage. Ooh, Deb Hughes. I was going to talk about Deb later on, hitting almost 87% of her free throws in her career. Of course, she hasn't shot nearly as many as McKenna has. Let me look. I've got McKenna's career stats somewhere here. Here we go. Career free throws. Yeah, she's hitting 84.8%. She shot almost 500 free throws in her career.
Wow.
That's crazy. Well, when you score a lot of points and you're 6'2", you're going to get a lot of free throw opportunities. You'll see that as the game wears on that they tend to hang on her. A couple games ago, she made 19 out of 20 free throws. And just taking 20 in a game is an awful lot. Making 19 of them is crazy. I mentioned Deb Hughes, and I was going to talk about her later on because we got some sad news here in Monona Grove girls basketball history. One of their former coaches, Kent Evenstead, passed away last weekend.
Oh, wow.
I went to school with one of his sons. Let me find the numbers on him. He coached 11 seasons here at Monona Grove. In those 11 years, he was conference champ 7 times out of 11 years, and went to the state tournament 3 times. Won 208 games, a little over 80% winning percentage.
That's pretty good.
That's fantastic. He was a nice guy, too. He was also freshman football coach when I played, and I remember him teaching us how to catch a football, with your thumb and forefinger together when it was over your head and your pinky and ring finger together when it was under your face.
I'm assuming he was the head coach for Deb Hughes?
Yes, he was. Good guess. Deb Hughes, Carrie Qualman, Emily Richter. Emily Richter was a fantastic basketball player.
Does she by chance have a daughter that goes here?
She might. There was a lot of Richters.
Oh.
Went to school here.
I know. I figured that out.
So.
It's Richer, not Richter.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Okay, we'll give you that one.
It's close enough.
Yeah. Emily Richter was fun to watch, though. She was in her last year when I started announcing, and she was good enough she could have started on the boys' team.
Wow.
Yeah, she was fantastic. Tallest player on the team, and they put her at guard because they had Deb Hughes, who was only 5'9", but she was an all-state center. She was one of the strongest girls I've ever seen. She was a shot putter, too, and just powerful. Anyways, we're counting down the freshman game here. They haven't introduced there we go. Freshman win, 36-31. So a sweep so far for the Silver Eagles. Varsity has yet to play. In fact, they're going to start warming up shortly here.
You can see them down there.
Yeah, they're all ready to go. Monona Grove in their home whites, and Fort Atkinson, I believe they wear black on the road, the varsity anyways. In games coming up, Thursday night, the boys are playing at Westfield. And then Friday, the girls are at Watertown. We'll be back here Saturday, February 3rd, when the girls take on, what is it? Ooh, the Monroe Cheesemakers. That ought to be a good game. Find the standings here. Monroe in first place, 15-2 on the season, undefeated in conference. Silver Eagles are going to have their hands full on that one. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the boys' game. Boys will still have fun with them. Boys are playing particularly well. I think they're 14-1, 15-1. I did see they're ranked 6th in the state, so they ought to be able to beat Monroe.
Shrek's doing well.
He's having a fantastic senior season, although Caden Nelson is really playing well, too.
Yeah, I remember him last year as
a
sophomore on varsity.
Yeah, wait till he's a senior next year. He's going to be a force. That's going to be a fun game because I'm going to have another co-announcer with me that night, a former player here at MG. Not going to reveal who, though. It's going to be a surprise, but that'll be fun. And then I've got another former player coming back here on the 10th with me when the girls take on Milton. That ought to be an easy win. Milton girls aren't doing very well this year. Well, let me recap the 2-15 Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Not a lot of highlights for the Blackhawks this season, as they've been held to 30 points or less 8 times this season, about half their games. Yeah, and there have been 6 times that they've scored less than 10 points in a half. Can you imagine that? You play a half of basketball. Oh, they had the second game of the year against Milton. They only scored 3 points in the second half of the game.
This is not looking good for them tonight.
No, not really. Not when you got a Silver Eagle team that can put up a lot of points like MG can. Silver Eagles averaging 67 a game, giving up 61 a game. This is a team that can put some points on the board. They got a lot of good shooters aside from just Warnock. I mean, Warnock's one of the best in the state, but they got some other players that can contribute strongly. Hey, it's Max Etheridge's birthday today. One of the assistant coaches. Where is Max? There he is over there heading out the door. See, I've embarrassed him. He ran for the door already. All right, leading Fort Atkinson in scoring this year, Sarah Pfeiffer with 8.4 a game. She's their only returning starter from last year, and really the only player who played any significant amount for them. She averaged about 7 points a game and 3 rebounds. She was better known as a volleyball player. She was all-conference this past season, but turning her attention to basketball, she's their leading scorer, and I think she might be their tallest player. They're a little undersized this year. Yeah, Pfeiffer, their second tallest player, only 5'9". Monona's got a lot of decent size after Warnock, 5'10", 5'11". Fort Atkinson not that big. It ought to be interesting to see how they match up against the Silver Eagles. When these two teams played back in December, Monona Grove an easy victory, 83-37. Warnock had 32 points, including 5 3-pointers.
Wow.
Now, the school record for 3-pointers is 8 in a game. That was Kelsey Stinson a few years ago. She got hot early on, and Coach Nelson put her in and told her to keep shooting. Which it was funny because Warnock had set the school record with 7 3-pointers the week before. Nelson turned Stinson loose and put her in the record books.
Not only are our girls taller, but we got plenty more of them. Let's see, 7 on Fort.
They've only got 7 suited up. Boy, that hurts, especially playing these 8-minute or 18-minute halves.
8.
You don't get that break.
Yeah, not many substitutions you can make.
Right. You know, in the old days when they played 4 quarters of 8 minutes each, you could play 7 or 8 players for the whole game and not wear them out. But now that gets a little bit harder without that break midway through. And that's the same for the boys, too. That was the whole idea, is to get more kids playing in the rotation rather than just the same 7 all the time. I've been talking throughout the course of the year about the first MG team to make the state tournament, the 69-70 team. And they had one game that we talked about recently where the other team played 5 guys. They didn't substitute the entire game.
Wow, that's got to be rough.
Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, all 5 of them got in double figures, but man, they had to be dragging by the end. Basketball is one of those games when it's hard to keep that energy up the whole time. You know, your legs just get run down, especially later in the season after you've been playing and putting a lot of miles on your legs. So Coach Keel pranked you. That's pretty good.
Sure did. Can't wait to get him back, though.
What year are you? A junior?
Sophomore.
Sophomore. Oh, well, heck, you got more than 2 years to get him back.
Got plenty of time.
In fact, you've got time to get back at him and then for him to retaliate.
Then I'll come back after I graduate and get him back again.
That's right. Well, there you go. Another one of the teachers that got back at me after I graduated was Bill Ziegler. He was a science teacher, specifically physics. He's the one that got me involved in doing this gig. He was running Monona Cable at the time after I'd got out of high school, and I was coming back watching my kids in pep band. And he needed somebody to sit behind the microphone. It was just table mics at the time, and we're on the balcony in the old gym. This is a lot sweeter.
Speaking of the pep band, new band director this year.
Yeah, I noticed the new director. I don't know her name.
Cara Collins.
Oh, well, she seems pretty good.
Yeah. She's got a lot of new songs for the pep band this year.
You know, I think there's certain ones that are required to play, though, by law.
Yeah.
This is one.
She also cleared out a lot of the old ones that we've had for a while.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
There's some. You can go to almost any gym in the state, and the pep band sounds pretty similar, so it's nice to get a different mix in there.
I remember the state MG boys game, or MG football team.
Uh-huh.
I remember marching out there. The other team and us, we had the same exact songs almost.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I imagine so. I've got an intern working for me who plays on the UW marching band. So she's been to the Big Ten Championship in Indianapolis twice, and she was just down at the Orange Bowl playing.
Wow, that must be fun.
Yeah, I imagine that was pretty cool. You know, the big deal here is if the girls go well and make the state tournament, the pep band gets to go with them up to Green Bay.
Yep.
A little different going to Miami and Green Bay, but what the heck, it's still a fun trip. I remember it was, what year was it? Must have been 97, 98. One of the MG basketball teams made it to the state tournament back then it was the Field House where they played it. And we were watching the game at home on TV, and my daughter was in the band. She was playing clarinet, and they would always show the band jumping around during timeouts and, you know, acting silly and stuff. Well, my daughter was not a basketball fan, so when they panned the crowd with the camera, she's the only one sitting down and reading. All right, we're just a few minutes away from starting player introductions and the national anthem and such. Nice to have the pep band here. Not a big crowd at all. This is the first time I've been able to fit into the parking lot for a game. I imagine Fort Atkinson's a little far for most people to drive to watch a 2-15 team get beat again. Although I drive from Fort Atkinson here to watch McKenna Warnock. She's worth the drive. A couple weeks ago, I was talking to a guy as I came in the door here who was the coach at UW Green Bay, and he was coming down to watch her and hopefully convince her to play. And of course, that was one of those nights when she had been injured and didn't play at all. You can see the players with their warm-up jerseys on or shirts on with their favorite teacher's name on the back, and the teachers are all wandering around somewhere, so we're going to have an introduction of the players with their teachers.
That's a nice little thing.
I like that. I like that. I don't know if other schools do that, but I think it's pretty cool. So do we have a mic we can turn up so we can pick up the PA announcer?
I do not believe so.
Oh, okay.
That would be nice, though.
We'll play it by ear. Maybe if you know the names of the teachers, you can introduce them as they come on. Everybody deserves to get their name announced on TV or radio as you're listening to WVMOLP, the voice of Monona. See if I remember to do that on the hour or not.
I'll get a timer ready.
I can do that on my phone. That's what I did during the football season. Let's see. We mentioned the girls playing at Watertown Friday night. When do they play at home again? Oh, that would be that game on the 10th versus Milton. That one will be on YouTube and also on the radio.
I'll have to watch it on Monona Community Media. I won't be here. I'll be out in Fort Atkinson, actually.
Fort Atkinson?
Yes,
what are you doing out there?
Show choir.
Ah, okay. Monona's got a pretty amazing vocal music program.
Yes, we do.
They have had for several years. Lori Herniak does a fantastic job.
Our show choir, actually, over the weekend, we took fourth runner-up, and we took best vocals.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. We were very close to first before going in, but they switched up the grading system, so it was a little more opinionated.
Ah,
so
okay.
We've compared stats from this year and last year, and their grading's a little bit all over the board.
Okay, yeah. I suppose that can happen when they change a scoring system. Nobody knows how to judge it.
Yeah.
Takes them a year or two to find their level. No, that's fantastic. The music program here is always, well, I shouldn't say always. Since Lori Herniak and Pat Doran came to town, it's been really strong. Pat Doran's still around, isn't he?
He's still around the school sometimes. He retired actually over the summer this year.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Good for him. He's a good guy. I like Pat a lot.
We see him around, though. He always stops by every so often.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Breaking out his saxophone.
Yeah. No, he was good. My kids were both in band and we got to know Pat and Lori very well.
Yeah.
the programs weren't quite as strong as when I was in school. We had a good jazz band. That's because we had a good teacher for that, Doc DeHaven, who's legendary in Madison music.
We've actually got 3 jazz bands this year.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Lots of people.
Look at the ball stuck in the basket. Come on, McKenna, jump.
One comes out.
There we go. All right, I see Fort Atkinson in their red pants. Let's hope that their numbering on their jerseys is a little better than Monroe's.
Yeah, that was a little rough to read.
Some schools are just impossible. Who did we do the other day? That last game we did.
Watertown.
Watertown, yeah.
Their jerseys, their freshman jerseys.
Yeah, the freshmen
JV,
were impossible.
The JV jerseys were impossible since they were black on black.
That's right. The varsity wasn't bad.
Yeah, and the freshmen weren't too bad.
And then the game before that, I forget who that was, but I just gave up. I should look and see who. I've got the. Let's see. Yeah, that would have been Monroe. I think it was Monroe. That was a little tough to read. Still, we've got better conditions than most high schools have for games, both inside and out of the football field.
Our gym is quite nice.
The press box we've got is a lot better than most of them in the conference too. We learned that this year. That was kind of fun doing all the road games for the first time ever. And we hope to continue to do that, so tune into WVMO-LP all season long. I'm hoping we can do some baseball this spring too.
That'd be fun.
Especially seeing as the games are played about 1.5 miles from my house. It'll be easy. And baseball is the best game to be listened to on radio.
Yep. I can 100% agree with that statement.
All right, we're just about ready for player introductions here. Coaches are shaking hands and introducing themselves to the referees. A good friend of mine just retired from refereeing, and his son is a senior at Lancaster, and so he's watching him play, and he's saying he's finding himself turning into a parent now and yelling at the referees, the exact opposite of what he used to do. All right. The horn is sounded. The band's going to finish this song, though. Oh, wait, there we go. They're lining up the favorite teachers. I'm going to let you take this over.
Sounds good.
Say the player and their most inspirational teacher. I always thought they should do that for the AV kids, too. That's why I want to bring my favorite MG teacher up here.
Darian and Miss Bishop coming out there. We got Mr. Kinsler coming out. Got a couple students with a few teachers out there. Peyton, only a freshman on varsity. Pretty impressive.
Who's his teacher?
I'm not quite sure.
Wow.
Mr. Gilbertson, new teacher here actually a couple years.
Oh, really?
I think this is his second year.
That's got to be exciting for him.
Yeah. We got Warnock towering over everyone.
Yeah.
Mr. Key is pretty fun teacher. I'm surprised Darian didn't go with Coach Jay.
I suppose. He's probably made his impact on her life.
Yeah. Mr. Frederick, an 8th grade teacher, actually.
Oh, really?
So that must be fun for him to come up here.
Yeah.
Miss Flanagan, another 8th grade teacher. Actually, 7th grade, I think. Wow.
This has got to make the teachers feel pretty good.
Yeah, Mr. Jefferson walking down there.
All right, now the national anthem. So please stand, kneel, sit, whatever your conscience directs you. Well, Ethan, you were exactly right. Monroe with only 8 players in uniform. That's going to be a little challenging for them as the game wears on to get some fresh legs on the floor. Whereas MG can run 10, 12 out there if they want to.
Just keep switching them out, but fourth, they're going to have a little bit of a problem down there.
Yep. Well, and I feel bad for their coach, Greg Riddle. In his first year, he inherited a last place team, and they're 2-15 this year. They're struggling. Oh, they're recognizing McKenna Warnock for becoming girls' all-time leading scorer. Give her a ball and take some pictures.
McKenna has put in countless hours in the pursuit of basketball excellence, and this achievement is just a reflection of all of our hard work. Please join us in a huge round of applause for McKenna.
Fantastic player, over 40 college offers. I don't know if you heard a couple weeks ago, Ethan, during one of the timeouts, I tried to read the list of schools that have offered her scholarships during the timeout, and I just got it under the wire. 2 minutes. This list is really impressive, because that's the whole list there. And then it ends with Princeton, Harvard, and Yale.
Oh, wow. That's...
All right. All right, the starting lineups for the Blackhawks. Number 1, Kat Brandl. Number 4, Corinne Stottenborough. Number 12, Sarah Vandermaus. Number 21, Anna Schinneke. And 32, Sarah Pfeiffer. So, Brandl, Stoutenborough, Vandermaus, Schinneke, and Pfeiffer. Names that'll live in infamy for the Silver Eagles. You want a pen to make notes?
Yes, please.
Peyton Nelson, a 5'6" freshman. There have been a couple decent Nelsons that play basketball here. 5'7" junior, number 5, Peyton Blang. 6'2" junior, number 14, who else? McKenna Warnock. Number 22, 5'10" junior, Julia Bruns. Number 24, 5'9" junior, Kaylee DeVault. So not a senior in the bunch starting for them, as Monona Grove's just got a couple of them. Abby Tortolo and Jordan Dahlhaus are the only seniors on the roster. This is a team that's going to go places next year.
Yes.
I mean, Bruns, Dahlhauser, Blang, Nelson. This is a good bunch even before you add Warnock into the mix. Warnock would jump center against Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer giving up 5 inches in height. Easily tipped to Peyton Nelson.
There was no doubt going back to MG there.
Bruns coming in from the left side. Out to Blang. Tipped off the hands of Warnock, but right to Blang. This is DeVault for Bruns. Bruns likes that 3 spot right on the left elbow there. Now Blang will try and drive the lane. And called for a travel. So the first Silver Eagle possession ends up in no shot. You're going to learn quick the real trick here, Ethan, is to not talk over each other, but jump in whenever I take a breath. Let's see, who is this? This is number 1. Kat Brandl bringing it up. Stottenborough. That's a mouthful with the ball now. Has it stripped by Blang. Blang in for the easy right-hand layup for 2, the first 2 of the game for the Silver Eagles. 2-0, we're just a minute underway. This is Brandl, 5'4" junior. Driving in from the right side, floats one up. I think Warnock got a partial hand on that, and Blang comes up with a loose ball ahead to DeVault coming down the right side. Cross court, runs, they swing it into the corner. Nelson looking inside for Warnock. She puts up the right-hander. No, tried the right-hander, gets fouled. See, that's what happens when you're that big a player.
Yep.
You get in the paint there, and they're just going to hang on you.
And then she gets 2.
Yep.
Might have to add some extra ones there.
Yep. Especially if she's going to shoot 20 like she did the other night. What a surprise. Nothing but net. Her first point of the game. Second one coming up. Oh, a rare miss.
Don't see that often.
Nope. 3-0. The Silver Eagle lead early on. Vandermouse in the right corner. They go up top to Stottenborough. Brandl losing it underneath. They're going to call a jump ball, and that'll go to the Blackhawks. They throw it off the hands of Brandl. Kat Brandl, an all-conference pitcher and shortstop for their softball team.
Wow.
Yeah, multi-sport star here. This is Nelson with the ball for the Silver Eagles. Just a freshman into the lane. Right-hand layup off the rim. Could have got DeVault over the back, I thought, but instead it's Blackhawk ball, and they bring it down. This is Pfeiffer working against Warnock.
Over to Brandl.
Almost threw it away. Back to Pfeiffer into the corner to Stottenborough. Missing the long 2-pointer. Rebound in the putback by Sarah Vandermouse. Sounds like a cartoon name, doesn't it? Vandermouse. Basket is good, and she gets the free throw. Who'd they call that foul on? DeVault. And Vandermouse makes the free throw, tying it at 3 points. We may not see it this close again. Blang into the lane, right-hander for 2. Blang with 4 points already. Brandl brings it up for the Blackhawks, knocked out of bounds by Peyton Nelson.
Now that I think of it, last game, the first game I announced, Nelson was here.
Yeah, I suppose. She's been on varsity most of the year, I believe.
Yeah.
All sorts of subs coming into the game for the Silver Eagles. Jordan Dahlhauser in now. Let's see who else we got. Darian Johnson. Blank still in there. Chloe Larson. Chloe's one of my favorites. I like the way she hustles. Dahlhauser, nice inside pass. They're looking for Schenecke inside, but Blank comes up with the rebound. This is Warnock out on the right. She'll drive in all by herself. And she draws a foul. Not shooting, but Silver Eagles will get the ball under their own basket. Let's see, that was on Corinne Stottenborough.
Larson to Warnock.
Warnock
She goes up for 2.
3 points for McKenna. 15 minutes to play in the first half. It's 7-3, the Silver Eagles lead it. Brandl against Johnson, a pair of number 1s. Pfeiffer almost came up with that one. Instead, Blang will pick up the loose ball.
This is where we watch the score start to divide.
Yep, I think you're right.
Warnock up for 3.
Nothing but net, but it did go through the rim. Oh, I thought Chloe was going to take that one. Blang coming in from the right. Oh, she got hammered by Pfeiffer. That'll send Blang to the line for a couple. Peyton off to a quick start with 5 points or 4 points already and a chance for a couple more. She averages 6 a game. Makes that one. Second one coming up. In and out, rebound Pfeiffer for the Blackhawks.
5 out of 8 points to start for Blang.
Yeah, she's off to a good start. Pfeiffer trying to back in against Warnock, has to go up top to Brandel. Brandel driving in left side. Three ball shot by Vandermouse. Rebound Warnock. Into the lane as Larsch runs into a crowd and lost the handle. She could have hung onto the ball. She would have drawn the foul there as 3 girls congealed on her from the start. Vandermouse in the right corner. They go up top to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's a good player. On the right team, she'd be a star, but she just doesn't have the supporting cast on this team. Stottenborough inside to Vandermouse. Left-hand layup, no, but draws the foul, and I think they're going to get, who is that? Chloe Larsch? Nope, Johnson called for the foul. Vandermouse making the free throw. She's got 4 points. All 4 of their points. All right, Bruns and Nelson coming back in. Warnock and Dahlhauser. No, and Blang will sit down. Vandermouse made 3 straight free throws, and she's got all. I've got her with 7 points.
Bruns
5 points,
in.
excuse me.
Didn't quite fall.
And Vandermouse pulls down the rebound. She's having a good game already. She's the only one able to score a basket. Pfeiffer for 3. Ooh, that was a beautiful shot. Tell you, Pfeiffer's a good ball player. She just doesn't have the rest of the team around her, and it's an 8-8 game. Here you said there's going to be some separation. They're hanging tough. Runs to Nelson to Johnson up top. They look inside for Larsch. Kick it out to Bruns. 3 ball, that's her spot. Nope, not this time though. Off the front of the rim, rebound Pfeiffer.
Their varsity's looking a lot better than their JV.
Oh, that was a miserable game, 61-15. Brandel into the lane, 10-footer. Nope, right into the hands of Julia Bruns, and she'll bring it up for the Silver Eagles. Quickly down the floor to Nelson, left side baseline. Out to Larsch. Bruns, she'll take that 3 again. Not going to drop for her from there. Oh, Pfeiffer gets tripped up, goes down hard. Brandel picks it up though. Vandermouse in the corner. You got to watch her. They look inside. And we're going to get a foul called on the Silver Eagles. Anna Schenecke. Jordan Dahlhauser called for the foul. Just a 3rd on the Silver Eagles. Boy.
Kept in bounds.
Ugly scrum there. Vandermouse saved it and goes up top to Brandel. Now she'll drive in from the left side, lays up the one-hander. No. Rebound Brandel though. Stolen away by Warnock. McKenna on the run. Right down the center of the court. Little hesitation dribble. Oh, can't get it to drop, and she wasn't in position to get that rebound. She didn't foul. She made a nice move to get to the basket, split about 3 defenders. Now this is Brandel in the left corner against DeVault.
Warnock almost
yeah.
able to recover.
Missed there by Brandel. Nelson with the rebound. She'll take it in herself. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound Pfeiffer. Silver Eagles missing some golden opportunities here. It could easily be 20-8. Instead, it's tied at 8, 11.5 minutes to play in the first half. Warnock trying to steal it away from Pfeiffer. Vandermouse for 3, nope. Knocked out of bounds by 21.
MG ball.
Anna Sheneke, a 5'10 sophomore.
Out goes Larsh, in comes Gorton.
Gorton's first appearance of the night. Kellogg on the bench in street clothes, so we won't see her. She was missed a few games earlier this year with a foot injury. Nelson looking for somebody to pass it to. Finds Blang in the right corner, or left corner. Warnock with the rebound, the putback, miss. Warnock again. Gets the basket and the foul.
And the foul.
Warnock with 5 points and a chance to add a 6th to it. Second foul on Corinne Stottenborough. Warnock shooting 1. Ooh, she's missed 2 already here in the first half. A 10-8 Silver Eagle lead. They bring it around to the left corner. This is Brandel. No, it's not Brandel either. It's Kaylee Haas in the game for the first time. Vandermouse back in the left corner.
Drives the lane, up for 2. Doesn't fall.
Got the rebound, put it back up. Good defense there by Gorton, keeping her away from the basket. She had to go underneath and didn't have a clean shot, but ultimately drew the foul.
Vandermouse shooting 2.
Gorton called for the foul. Vandermouse has hit 3 in a row. There's her 4th. She has 6 of their 9 points.
With Pfeiffer scoring that 3.
Another sub coming in for, let's see, this is 23. Who is that? Claire Treloff, a 5'8 sophomore. Vandermouse again from the line. Missing that one. Rebound 22 for the Silver Eagles is Julia Bruns. DeVault up top to Warnock. Warnock would drive the lane, put up an 8-footer. Got the basket and the foul again. See how often she drives the lane and draws a foul? Warnock makes that shot and can make her free throws. There's no limit to how many points she can put up in a night. She does hold the school record of 46. That was fun to watch.
When they have 4 people trying to guard her, bound to draw a foul.
Second foul on Pfeiffer. That doesn't help them at all.
And it falls.
I don't know about you, but I've got Warnock for 8 points already. We're 8 minutes into the game.
Yep. Though she's missed a few golden opportunities.
Yes, she has. Pfeiffer floats one up, draws a foul. I think this is going, was that Blang? Nope, Dahlhauser. Second one against Jordan. Pfeiffer to the line for the first time tonight. Just that lone 3-pointer for her so far. Rims that one out. Pfeiffer, the only senior on the roster, makes her second one. So she and Vandermouse have done all the damage. She'll take a rest now. And
then again, Warnock and Blang putting up all the points.
That's true. Time to get somebody else involved.
Isaac Stinson for the boys last game.
That was awesome.
Putting up his first point of the season.
So the girls have had everybody score at least one this year. I was rooting for that last part. Oh boy, was Warnock open on the backside.
That was perfectly set up.
10 points for McKenna. That's the first free or easy layup she's had with nobody hanging on her. And Fort Atkinson calls the timeout. Yeah, years ago, my niece played for MG, and she played with a good friend of hers, Amy Johnson, who was on varsity for 3 years. Didn't score a basket until the very last game of her senior year. And we weren't doing that one on TV, but I was sitting down behind the bench, and I think I was the only one in the gym who was excited about it. They were playing Columbus, and Columbus back then was a real power. And it was first round of the playoffs, and they just decimated the Silver Eagles. So the coach cleared the bench, and the girls kept feeding the ball to Amy until she hit that one seconds before the game ended. And I was just jumping up and down and screaming, and realized I was the only one in the gym that cared, aside from Amy and her parents. Oh, that was fun, though. So since then, I've always rooted for the player on the team who's the last one to score every season.
by the end of that game, we were only rooting for Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
All of us up here, we were ready for him to score.
You bet. That's like, this is several weeks ago when Sam Gronsky got his first basket. The student section went nuts. That was pretty funny. All right, Fort Atkinson inbounding underneath the MG basket. Full court pressure on. This ought to be fun. They get it across the timeline. This is Kaylee Haas.
Knocked out by Warnock.
Johnson comes up with it quickly ahead to Warnock. She
Up for
leans
two.
in. Oh,
It's
man.
in.
That was not an easy basket, yet she put it in nonetheless. 12 points for Warnock. 17-10, the Silver Eagles lead. 9:20 to play in the half.
Knocked out of
Steal there.
bounds.
Johnson for two. Johnson's a player I really like, too. She's a hustler. Only 5'5". She's a junior, so we'll get to see her next year. Silver Eagles almost came up with a loose ball again with pressure, and now we get a held ball, and possession arrow goes to MG. So a chance to put some distance between us and the Fort Atkinson girls. 19-10, the Silver Eagles lead. Up top, they go to Warnock. Fakes the three.
We're not over to Gordon. Gordon up for three. Doesn't quite
Yes.
go in.
That was Sheneke with the rebound. This is Brando bringing it down court. Fouled right in front of the scorer's table. Johnson picking up her second foul. Julia Bruns will come in and Warnock will take a seat. I think they can afford to rest her a little bit.
As well as Nelson coming in for Johnson.
There's a lot of good underclassmen on this team. And Warnock ranked not only one of the best juniors in the state, she's one of the best juniors in the country. I've heard her ranked number 5 among all high school juniors.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Just wait. Can't wait to see what she'll be as a senior.
Yeah. Peyton Blang bringing it up to Bruns. Back to Blang up top, swinging around to the right. This is DeVault to Gordon, back to DeVault. Right side three ball, no. Bruns slaps it away. Almost came up with the ball, but Brando gets it for Fort. Double team now. Trapping zone on Fort Atkinson, and we got a 10-second call on the Blackhawks. Coaches are unhappy. Hey, you're playing a tough defense here. Even when the Silver Eagles don't score well, they played good defense. Huh? Nelson right down the middle, can't get it to drop, has it stripped away. Knocked out of bounds by the Blackhawks. 8:05 to play, 19-10, the Silver Eagles leading.
Larsh coming back in for Gordon.
All right, Julia Brunsell inbound under the basket to DeVault on the left corner. Out to Blang at the elbow. Up top at the free throw line is Larsh. Swinging around to Nelson. Oop, off the hands of Blang. And Sheneke will pick it up for the Blackhawks. Brando will bring it across the timeline. Almost a travel there. That was Kaylee Haas thought about taking the three to Vandermouse in the right corner. And she draws a foul in the lane. I don't know if they're going to get Nelson or DeVault or who they're going to call on this one. They're going to call Blang. I wasn't even close. Vandermouse with 6 points already.
Doesn't fall.
Nope. She shot 6 free throws already and made 4 of them. That's a lot this early in the game. Now she's missed 3 of them, including both on that try, but a rebound by Treloff. Loose ball on the floor. This is going to go to the Blackhawks.
Vandermouse into Brandel.
Take it.
Treloff going up the lane and recovered by Nelson. Wait, knocked out. Covered by Vandermouse over to Brandel. Up for 2, and it falls. Still draw the foul. Go up for 1.
Julia Bruns calling for her first foul.
Warnock will come back in for DeVault. Brundle, and it falls.
Completes a three-point play. It's 19-12. Silver Eagles still on top.
Nelson up for three, and it's in. Larsh, my bad.
Larsh.
Too many Peytons. Too many Peytons, and
And a Chloe.
it's a long night already.
It's a challenge. Don't worry
Still
about it.
6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the half, and it's already been a long night.
Lang will sit down and Johnson back in.
Vandermouse will bring it into Brandel. Nelson getting a lot of playing time tonight. Vandermouse out in her spot.
Yeah, she kind of plants herself out in that right corner, doesn't she?
She sure does.
Treeloff bounced it off Warnock's foot there. Shinnicky just has it stripped away by Warnock, but they call a jump ball.
Gordon will be coming in for Bruns.
You know, I think Fort Atkinson has played their whole lineup. Monona Grove's gone 9 deep and still have players in the warm-ups.
Johnson will go up for three.
Little strong.
That'll be a foul on Nelson.
You know, there's 5 girls on MG that have hit more than 10 three-pointers this year. That's some nice balance. I mean, obviously Warnock's going to be among the leaders all the time, and she does lead the team with 17, but 4 other girls have hit 10 or more.
One from Brandel, but doesn't fall. Warnock drives the lane.
Oh.
Doesn't quite fall, but she'll get one.
Foul on Shinnicky, hit her first. They got a couple girls with a couple fouls. That's going to hurt them late in the game, especially when you only got 8 on your roster.
First one falls. Second one's in. She'll go 2 for 2 for that round.
14 for Warnock in the first half, and we still have 5.5 minutes to go. Pfeiffer, nice little spin move. Look inside for Haas. Shinnicky has it blocked by Warnock, but a foul on the floor as they get McKenna for her first. Oh, I thought it was on the floor. Shinnicky's going to get to shoot a couple. Lang. Their free throw shooting has not been well. By my count, that's their 6th miss already. Shinnicky hitting 4.5 points a game this season. Looking for her first point tonight. Not getting it there.
MG ball.
Yeah, they're 6 out of 12 shooting free throws already. It's not a good start. You're going to have to hit your free throws against a team like MG.
Take every chance you can get. Gordon drives the lane, up for 2. Rebounded by Brandel.
Brandel's got her hands on the ball every possession, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Pfeiffer looking for Vandermouse in the corner and threw it away. That was a strong pass. I don't know if Vandermouse would have caught that one.
I noticed they're very aggressive in their passing. It's the first to go out of bounds, but
you're right, though. That was a rifle shot. Now they let Warnock bring it up. They go 4 high. Long 3 ball. Oh, and it drops in. That's friendly rims. That's 17 for Warnock. And that makes the score 27-13. Warnock has outscored the Blackhawks by herself. Pfeiffer splitting the defense right down the middle, kicks it out to Vandermouse. She can't hit the 3. Gordon comes up with the loose ball. Little alley-oop to Bruns. I thought she was going to go in for the dunk.
Gordon up for 3.
Oh, nice shot. Jenny Gordon, her first basket of the night, and it's a 3-pointer. 30-13, 4 minutes to play in the first half. Pfeiffer walked with it. Come on. Don't call a foul, you chump. She did a spin move, but she neglected to dribble the ball while she was doing it, and they whistle a foul. Oh, and they call it on Warnock? Come on. They're always picking on the big kids. Another miss.
Let's see, Lars and Dahlhauser will come in.
Pfeiffer, 1 out of 3 from the line so far. Her second one coming up. 1 out of 4. Dahlhauser with the rebound. Gordon, top of the key, drives left side. Little scoop shot and draws the foul. 3:46 to play in the half. 30-13. We'll send Jenny Gordon to the line.
She'll be taking 2.
Vandermouse second foul. Haley Miles in, a 5'2" junior. And 23, who's that? Claire Treloff, we've seen her already. Gordon's second free throw coming up. There we go, 4 points for the sophomore. 31-13, 3:40 to play in the first half. Boy, she threw that right into traffic. You see that? She tried to get Brandel, and she threw it right between 2 Silver Eagles who both reached out for it.
Tried to get it between Blang and Lars. That didn't work out too well, did it?
No, not what she intended at all. Nice little give and go back to Pfeiffer, who gives it back to Brandel. Then Brandel, the layup missed, and Blang with the rebound. Blang is only 5'7", but she plays bigger than that. She's very athletic. Draws the foul on the layup attempt. I would assume that's Tyler Blang and Brady Blang's little sister. Couple of fine MG stars here. Peyton 1 out of 2 from the line. 1 out of 3 now.
Nelson will come in for Gordon.
MG's got a lot of good players. They just keep rotating into the game. There we go. Peyton making that one. She had started really fast, those 5 points early. That was her first point in about 10 minutes. She's got 6 now on the night. They're going to have trouble breaking this press if they don't hurry up. Brandel loses the handle. See what I did there? Larson for the layup.
That was pretty clever, Steve.
You got to take those opportunities. Larsh will get a couple of free throws. The foul on number 32, Sarah Pfeiffer, her third. That's a problem when it's not quite halftime and your big gun's got 3 fouls already. She's got almost as many fouls as points. Chloe making the free throw. Second one coming up. Miss, rebound Bruns, the putback, no. Rebound Blackhawks.
They're having a little bit of trouble getting across the line tonight.
Yeah, that press is messing things up. Vandermouse draws the foul, another one on Bruns.
Speaking of some of my favorite teachers, he may not be a teacher, but Principal Dr. Bross down there, He's a pretty cool principal.
Is he?
Yeah.
I have to admit I don't know him very well.
Vandermouse will make her
boy.
first one.
She kind of threw that up like it was a shot put or something, didn't she?
She sure did. Almost didn't look like it was going in, but
No.
bounced in.
She's got an unusual shooting style. Yeah. She's made 6 out of 9 from the line tonight, 8 points for her. And it's 33-15 for Monona Grove. Larsh for 3, boom. Couple of threes for Chloe. 36-15. A little over 2 minutes to play in the half.
This is where we were talking about.
Brandel caught the ball, turned and ran right into Chloe Larson. They're going to call Chloe for the foul. Looked like a defensive back taking it out of the receiver's hands, didn't it? Now the referee's conferring here.
She turned and Lars was just right there.
Yeah, her timing was perfect, except here in basketball there was a little too much contact.
Yeah, almost a little too perfect.
This was on the football field, we'd be raving about the interception.
Brandel's first falls. Two for two at the line.
She has 5 points on the night, and it's a 36-17 MG lead. 2:32 to play in the half. DeVault from the right side, dribble in, spin move into the lane, looking for Dahlhauser, right into the hands of number 12, Vandermouse. They get it across to Vandermouse. Vandermouse trying to back in against Larsh, and Larsh not giving up an inch. Off the hands of Vandermouse, and it's MG ball.
We get a rare sight, 14 on the bench.
Yeah, that doesn't happen a whole lot, but in this game I think it's pretty safe to rest her some.
19 points ahead.
Just under 2 minutes to play in the half. We'll see her in the second half, and she'll get up to into the mid-20s, maybe 30 points. There's Larsh on the left side.
Larsh back to Gordon.
Nelson, I thought she might take that 3. Bruns, she's not afraid to shoot from there, but she'll drive instead from the left side. Draws the foul.
She'll get 2 from the line.
Foul on Vandermouse, her third. So Vandermouse and Pfeiffer, 2 of their best players, each with 3 fouls now. And Vandermouse ready to come out. Julia Bruns first trip to the free throw line. Off to a good start. That's her first point of the night. Makes it a 37-17 MG lead.
Larsh will come in for Nelson.
Or maybe Blang.
Oh,
That's the hardest part of doing this. That's why reading the numbers is so hard sometimes, you know? Hard enough just remembering all the players.
I have it in the back of my brain, but it's those 3, Nelson, Larsh, and Blang.
Oh yeah, they're all about the same size. They've got the ponytail. Sometimes they've got the headband on. One of my favorite players several years ago was a girl who had short red curly hair. It was easy to pick her out because she was the only one with short hair. Didn't have to look at her number at all. This sends Bruns to the line. Foul on 21, Shinnicky, one of their bigs. Nice shot there. Bruns with 3 in a row from the line.
Miles will come in for Stuttenborough for Fort.
Julia Bruns' second free throw. Also perfect. 4 straight for Julia. The Silver Eagles started slow shooting free throws and really picked it up. Bruns averaging 6 a game. She's got 4 so far. Now the full court pressure again. DeVault. Oh, the Blang almost came up with the loose ball. There's Brandel on the right elbow. They're leaving her all alone, not afraid she's going to shoot out there. This is Haley Miles in the right corner looking inside for Brando. Oh, that's Brando from the free throw line. Somebody else giving it to her. Peyton Blang with the rebound. 50 seconds to play. Looking inside. Nice recovery there by Larsh. They go inside to Dahlhauser. Kick it out to Blang. Up top. Gordon for three. Gordon, a nice shot. Now they're heating up. Jenny Gordon with a couple of threes now. She's got 7 points on the night. 35 seconds to play in the half. Steal by Blang. Dump it down low.
45-17.
Gordon with the two. I told you that Fort Atkinson has trouble scoring points, that they've been held to 30 or less 8 times this season. Ooh, that was a walk that the ref missed. Trailoff up top. Countdown. Started by the fans just a few seconds early now. Brandel into the lane. Gets it to drop. At the buzzer. They'll go to the locker room. The Silver Eagles with a healthy 45-19 lead. I'm Steve. He's Ethan. We'll be back with the second half of Silver Eagle basketball. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Silver Eagle basketball here on WVMO-LP. Steve Martinelli alongside Ethan Wallers, and the Silver Eagles leading at halftime, 45-19 over the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Ethan, pretty much as we expected, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, especially after watching the JV game.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big lead.
Silver Eagles will have the ball to start the second half. Peyton Nelson handling things, top of the key. They go to default on the right side, back to Nelson. Warnock with the ball right now. She led all scorers in the first half with 17 points, almost as many as Fort Atkinson totaled. They go inside for Warnock, and there's points 18 and 19. She's picking right up where she left off. Leading scorer in Silver Eagle girls history, soon to be all-time boys and girls leading scorer. And a carry by Sarah Pfeiffer.
She's got Fort matched up.
Yeah, she's quite a player, and she's also creeping up on the school's all-time rebounding record too. I don't have the numbers on that readily available, but Autumn Ogden, the school record holder, with 620. Warnock will have that by the time she's done. And Nelson hitting a three, her first basket of the night. The freshman netting the tray. Now Silver Eagle press, turning up the heat on Fort a little bit. Brando with the ball. We were talking a little bit before the second half started about doing MG baseball. That'd be a lot of fun. Now Fort Atkinson kind of slowing things down. They try to back it in against Warnock, and she's all over that ball. They call a jump ball, and it'll go to the Blackhawks. Cheneke tried to take the jump shot, and Warnock just kind of stuffed it back into her hands. Warnock deceptively strong. Now they inbound it to Cheneke, and she gets the two. That's her first basket of the night. All their scoring in the first half done by Brandels, Vandermoos, and Pfeiffer.
Knocked out. Last off Warnock.
No,
or not,
the
no.
Blackhawks,
No.
excellent.
Must have been off of Stuttenborough.
This 50-21 isn't enough for me. I like that running clock. DeVault for three, missed. Warnock, the rebound, the putback for two.
That running clock. Get home a little later.
There we go. Warnock with 21 points. 52-21. Silver Eagles lead. Well, it'll be nice getting home early. It's a school night.
DeVault will get the loose ball there.
Off the foot of the Blackhawk. Blang into the lane. They're going to count the basket? I don't think so. Nope. They're going to whistle it against the Silver Eagles. No foul, I don't believe.
Broken up by DeVault. Up.
Runs the putback, and we got a foul underneath the basket. Vandermoos called for her fourth foul. She led them in scoring in the first half with 8 points. Runs to the line. She is a perfect 5 for 5 from the line tonight. See if I've got some free throw shooting percentage on her. Yeah, I've got her at just under 50%. She's hit 5 in a row tonight. 6 in a row make that. That's some fine free throw shooting, Lou. And a timeout called by the Blackhawks.
I don't know if a timeout's going to help much at this point.
54-21, I have to agree with you. There, the Silver Eagle bench getting 3 subs up and off and into the game. Yeah, the Silver Eagles in the first half, Warnock had 17. 9 for Gorton, including a couple of threes. 7 points for Chloe Larsh, 6 for Blang, 4 for Bruns, 2 for Johnson. Vandermouse led Fort with 8 points in the first half. Brandel had 7, and Pfeiffer, their leading scorer, had only 4 points. So the Silver Eagles taking it to them and starting to sub out a little bit now. We got Warnock, Larsh, Johnson, Dahlhauser, and Gorton on the floor. Of course, you could put Warnock out there with 5 guys that play like me, and they'd have a winning record. 16 minutes to play, a 54-21 MG lead. Randall has it stripped by Johnson, and a foul called. Foul on number 1. They're both number 1. Brando called for the foul, though. Johnson, a nice player. She's going to be fun to watch next year. This is going to be a dangerous team next year.
Yeah, most of these girls have another year, and there are a lot of young players that'll be gone.
You see Warnock muscle that one up. 3 players hanging on her. She's got 23 points. At this point, 2 more than Fort Atkinson does. Johnson comes up with the steal again. Take it in, D. Oh, knocked out of bounds. It'll be MG ball.
That's funny. Warnock, 2 more points than the total of Fort Atkinson score.
Yeah. I'd like to see her hit some more threes. She is really a decent outside shooter, but doesn't take
Gorton up for
many.
3.
Tipped. Picked up by Gorton. She'll give it to Larsh. Dahlhauser cross court to Gorton. She'll take
go
the
back
3.
up.
Off the rim. Rebound Larsh. Silver Eagles getting about 4 tries at the basket this possession. Johnson inside to Warnock. Turn. She's up to 25 points now.
Let's see if MG will hold them to their 30 and under.
Yeah, let me check and see what their average was. It wasn't very good, as I recall.
Knocked out by Gorton. I guess that was more of a tag team of Warnock and Gorton.
Yeah, they averaged 31 a game. That's pretty bad for high school basketball, especially with these 18-minute halves we play now.
Yeah.
You know, MG boys average over 80 a game. That's a little more typical than 30 points. Pfeiffer for 3, missed. Rebound Chloe Larsh. Larsh just a little bit, only 5'4", but decent rebounder. Pfeiffer with the steal for Ford. Knocked away by Johnson.
Barely saving it, but it's recovered by Pfeiffer. Brandel up for 2, doesn't quite make it in. Covered by Larsh.
Gordon cross court to Johnson. She'll take the 3. Nope. Brando with the rebound. Sheneke fouled and will get 2 free throws. I think Larsh is going to get hit with this. Are they going to get McKenna? Nope. Chloe Larsh picked up her 3rd. Sheneke's first free throw, no good. She's missed 3 straight free throw attempts.
We got 3 people coming in for MG. We got Bruns. I will not be able to pronounce number 2's name. Take it away, Steve.
I've been saying Tortolo all season.
Tortolo. All right.
Like it's French, very exotic. And Peyton Blang also in. Sheneke has missed 4 in a row. Rebound, Dahlhauser.
Let's hope that's right. Otherwise, you've been saying it wrong all season.
Well, I've apologized several times too, and nobody's corrected me. Shoot it, Abby. Nope. Abby has a grand total of 4 points on the season, so we're pulling for her when she shoots it. Of course, we're pulling for all the Silver Eagle girls, I guess. We want them to make every shot. I don't know what happened, but oh wait. Fort Atkinson, only 2 players on the bench. One of them's over at the scorer's table ready to check in.
Looks
Haley
like one
Miles
just kind of
missed.
disappeared.
Lang into the lane, layup. No whistle there.
Could have been called.
12:50 to play, a 58-21 MG lead. Pfeiffer, corner. Air ball thrown up by Stoutenborough. Johnson quickly ahead to Blang. Oh, I thought she was going to take the 3 there. They had the numbers on the fast break, but she pulled up like she was going to shoot the long one.
Runs out to Tortolo, who throws it over to Johnson. Back to Bruns.
And see here, I was figuring a kid would know how to pronounce the last name. A lot of help you are.
I know almost everyone on the team. It's just her and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, her and Dahlhaus are the only seniors on the team.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Peyton. Blang for 2. Peyton Blang with 8 points on the night. Up over her average of 6. And it's 60-21, 11:50 to play. A 39-point MG lead. They look inside for Shinnicky. Partially blocked, it appeared. Bruns will come up with the ball and take off on the run. Left side layup, no. Rebound Blang. Looking for some help. Into the hands of Pfeiffer. Now it's just getting a little sloppy out there. Pfeiffer lays one up. She gets the lay-in.
When you're leading 60-23, you can get just a little sloppy and still manage.
Curran will be in a little bit here. I'll betcha. Larsh, Warnock, and who is that coming in?
Got Larsh, Warnock, and Nelson, as well as
Yes.
Kaylee DeVault.
Like a line change in hockey. Timeout called by Fort Atkinson. Not sure exactly why. Silver Eagles enjoying the 37-point lead with 11 minutes and 7 seconds to play.
So far, it's looking good for MG, keeping Fort under 30.
So Saturday when the boys take on the Monroe Cheesemakers, that's a 1:15 start to that game. That'll be on YouTube and on WVMO LP, the voice of Monona. And I'll have a special guest announcer, former player for the Silver Eagles. In fact, a multi-sport star. (60-23). The girls enjoying the healthy lead. McKenna Warnock racking up her points.
Still got more than Fort's overall.
When they played Fort earlier this season in December, she had 32 points. She also had 8 rebounds, 6 steals, and 4 blocks.
Wow.
And that's a pretty well-rounded game. Kellogg that night was 4 for 4 shooting threes and even 12 points. Gordon had 10 points.
How long has Kellogg been out? Do you know?
She's missed games here and there. I've got her unofficially at having played 11 of the 16 games. So 5, this will be her 6th miss. Be nice to have her back for the playoffs, as she's a good outside shooter. This is Warnock with the ball on the right side. Take her. Going against Shinnicky, nice spin move. Falling down. Tried to get it to DeVault, but no foul called. Silver Eagles drop off their press now. Pfeiffer will take it right down the middle.
Up to Haas.
They go inside for Shinnicky. Stolen away by Warnock. Ahead to Johnson. No, that's Blang. No, that's
Not
Turtle.
quite.
Couple tries, I'll get it. She missed the layup nonetheless. Pfeiffer down the floor in a hurry. Like I said, things get a little sloppy at this point in the game. Cross-court pass. Nice
It
shot there. Was
falls.
that 23?
Treeloff.
Treeloff, her first basket. They've got only 5 girls getting in the scorebook tonight. Larsh, whip it out to Tortolo, into the corner to DeVault, back to Tortolo. Up high. Take it, Abby. Nelson on top now. To
Ball
DeVault.
driving the lane.
Nope, she got fouled on the floor. and it's a non-shooting foul. Shinnicky called for her third. Oh no, they call it on Pfeiffer, her fourth. Now she and Shinnicky will take a seat. So
Larsh will be taking it in.
Inbounding. They let Warnock go one-on-one against Shinnicky. Got the basket and the foul.
Here comes Curran.
You were looking for her.
I was. The only 2 shots I saw were during the halftime warm-up. There were 2 3-pointers, made 2 for 2. So I'm excited to see what happens here.
Haley Haas called for the foul. I've got Warnock for 27 unofficially. She's averaging just over 29 a game. Let's see what she can do with a free throw here. Huh, made it.
What a surprise.
Yeah, I've got her 5 out of 7 from the line tonight.
At the beginning it was a little rough, but
Yeah, she started slow. 63-26. Well on their way to their 9th victory of the season. Brando for third. Off the rim. Rebound Nelson. That Nelson's a hustler, isn't she?
sure is. And she's only a freshman, so she's still got 3 more years of this.
Oh, yeah. She's got to be in some way related to Taylor Nelson, the former all-time MG girls leading scorer. She was fun to watch. She was a 4-year starter, had almost 100 varsity games in her career.
It's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, I always feel bad for the younger sibling of an outstanding athlete. Gordon for 3. Ooh, in and out rebound. Warnock and the putback for 2 more. I think that might give Warnock 30 on the night. We're down to 9 minutes and 10 seconds left. 65-26. Brandel trying to work her way in from the left side. Cross court to Vandermouse.
Over
Into
to
the
Haas.
corner to Haas. Oh, they left her alone for second. She had an open shot.
Kind of looked like she was going to drive the lane.
Vandermouse looking inside with the ball. Larsh doing a good job on defense there. She was on her like skin. Miles guarded by Larsh now, and the exchange, Warnock picks her up. Beats her into the lane though. Miles, a nice move, can't finish it though. Rebound Nelson. Silver Eagles on the run. Nelson. Dump
Over
it
to
in.
Curran. And
Nice.
up for 2. She's got her first points of the game.
Sienna Curran with a basket.
Shauna.
Shauna.
Close enough.
They had a Sienna a couple years ago playing JV. Oh, the Cruz. There was a couple Cruz girls. One was Sienna, the other was Sierra. I don't
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
Good soccer players,
Yeah.
I remember.
They go to Loyola.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for them. Brando with the rebound and the putback. Nope, Warnock with the rebound.
They've actually got a younger sister, Sequoia Cruz, in my grade, sophomore. She's also a pretty decent soccer player. Doesn't play basketball, though.
Gordon has the ball ripped, or Larsh rips it
Larsh.
away from
Yep.
the Blackhawk. Gordon took the shot. Larsh was fighting for the rebound, and now Warnock on the floor. She'll take a seat. I imagine her night is done. I've got her for roughly 30 points. Let me see if I can total this up.
Your
Yeah, I've got her
score's-
for 30 points.
Your score's probably more official than mine is. Been a little lacking on the scorekeeping.
It's a little tricky. We got to hire somebody just to do scorekeeping for us, do all the stats. Gordon driving the lane and lost the handle on it. 7 minutes and 5 seconds to play, 67-26. 7 minutes, that's almost a third of the game yet. There's a lot of game left. And
67-26.
come on,
Wow.
running clock, keep going. Yeah, we're at a 41-point lead here.
Knocked out by Nelson.
Slapped away by Brandel, and it's MG ball under their own basket. Now Bruns will come in.
Gordon will go take a seat.
Curran in the game, a 5'11 sophomore. She looked like she had good size. She's the second tallest player on the team after Warnock. Bruns for 3, boom. Julia Bruns with 9 points now. She had only 4 in the first half, had a couple of free throws. She's 6 for 6 from the line. That's great. And that made it 70-26. Randall driving left side, picks up the foul.
I think that's a foul on Nelson. Yep.
Yep, you're right. Good catch.
I'm assuming it's Tortolo because the announcer just said it the same way. So Johnson will pick it up, drive the
Take
lane.
it in.
Up for 2, not quite, a little hard.
Dahlhauser the putback. No, got the rope ball back though and makes
There
the
she
foul.
goes.
Took them 3 tries, but they got the basket. Jordan Dahlhauser finishing with her first basket of the night. 72-26. 5:20 to play. The running clock going to get us out of here early, like you said. Blocked by Dahlhauser. Just slapped it away from that girl. Johnson will bring it up for the Silver Eagles.
All 3 subs coming in for Fort.
Just clearing the bench. Curran missing the 3, and you were bragging about her. Jeez.
I had high hopes.
Be nice to see her establish herself as an inside and outside shooter. Nice when you got a 5'11" three-point shooter. Never have too many. Tortolo with the ball now, looking inside for Bruns.
Up for 2.
Nice.
Falls.
Julia Bruns has played a really nice game. 12 points for her. You tend to forget about the girls aside from Warnock. She has such sparkling stats. They got some pretty decent players otherwise too. 4:15 to play. It's a 74-26 lead and creeping up on that 50-point margin. Oh, they're going to get Dahlhauser for a reach there. She kind of bopped the girl on the noggin. That would be Dahlhauser's 3rd, I believe. Yep. And that'll send Haley Miles to the line for the first time tonight. And she's their best free throw shooter of the night. First half, they had made only 10 out of 19 free throws. Now some subs coming in. Shinnicky back in. Shinnicky playing with 3 fouls. Miles' second one, and she's a perfect 2 for 2. And she'll immediately take a seat on the bench, and Stoutenborough will come in. Miles has averaged, she only scored 2 or 7 points a game. 2 is her career high. Nice when somebody can set a career high of 2. Dahlhauser for 3. Oh, you even used the same inflection I did. You hear that? Guy's copying my style.
Let's see, they got to hold him off for 3 minutes to keep him under 30. Oh.
Pfeiffer to the hoop. Oh, strong move to pick up the loose ball. And a jump ball goes to the Silver Eagles. 77-28. I want them under 30, and I want us over 80. That's my dream here. Johnson will bring it up for the Silver Eagles. Johnson, Curran, Larsh, Dahlhauser, and Tortolo on the floor for MG, finishing this one up. Larsh swings it into the corner of Johnson, back to Larsh inside the lane, knocked out of bounds by the Blackhawks. 2:25 to play, clock running, so it'll be a quick 2.5 minutes.
Running clock's real nice.
Yes, it is. They loop it out to Curran, gives it off to Johnson in the lane to Larsh. Left-hander, no. Tipped, nope, foul on Curran. Under 2 minutes to play. Still looking for that 50-point lead as we lead it by 49, 77-28. Let's see if we can hold them scoreless for the next minute 45 here. Keep it under 30. Whip it into the corner. They look for Shinnicky inside, and we got a foul against the Silver Eagles. Larsh called for her 3rd foul. Johnson will come out, and who is this coming in? Gordon. Chloe Larsh with 4 fouls. Oh, they're not going to shoot it. There's Shinnicky making it 20 points or 30 points for them. Now, I had said it was 30 or under. Curran.
And their
up top
average
to
is 31,
Dalhousie.
right?
Yes. Minute to play here. Tortolo up top. Larsh to Gordon. Swing it to Dahlhauser on left elbow. Inside pass. Nice move. Oh, that was sweet. Curran, or excuse me, Gordon for 2. I'm doing it now. I've got Gordon for 8 points.
Oh. Knocked out of bounds by MG. Fort ball.
79-30. We got 30 seconds and a little bit more.
His running clock.
Now we're under 30.
Could it go any faster?
3 ball by Pfeiffer.
Recovered by Curran.
Curran will bring it up herself. Gets across the timeline. Put it up, Shauna. Tortolo. 13 seconds, 12. They won't shoot. They'll just hold it and let it run out. Now with a lead like this, it'd be nice to win by 50, but I'll take a 79-30 MG victory anytime. Oh,
That was a very interesting game.
McKenna Warnock leading the way with a typical 30 points, but also good games for Larsh, Bruns, Gordon. They all in the teens or close to it. Silver Eagles winning handily over the Blackhawks, 79-30. All 3 teams winning tonight. That's always nice to see. We'll be back here Saturday afternoon at 1:15 when the MG boys take on the Monroe Cheesemakers. Ethan, thanks a lot for doing the game with me.
Oh,
This
yeah.
has been fun.
It was real fun. Real fun.
We'll do some more of this. All right, again, Silver Eagle girls victorious 79-30 over the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. This has been a WVMO LP Monona production. WVMO LP just a little bit above normal at 98.7. Thanks for listening.